Welcome, TBN family. I've been sharing with you lately on the situation that's taking place here at TBN. And as a result of the broadcast, I have with me here at the Final Control Center, Pastor HB Goroh. He has some questions that he wants to ask me, and we feel that you, as our partners and our viewers, would also like to know the answers to those questions. So, Pastor HB Goroh, welcome here to TBN.
Yeah, great to be here, Edna, and viewers. It's always a joy to, be with TBN and be addressing our great nation, Namibia, and the neighboring nations that get to watch the broadcast. The other day, when I got to YouTube, I saw breaking news, and anytime you see something breaking news, especially coming from TBN, it's not something you should joke with. I was busy, but I had to quickly watch it, and in it, you were saying that in the breaking news, you said a death notice has been served to TBN Namibia, and I became very, very concerned. In the notice you gave, you didn't give the details as to what gave birth to the death notice being served. You spoke about Paul Crouch that died 2 weeks ago, and then the African icon, Tate Nelson Mandela, who died last week, and that TBN Namibia, it's like it's on the queue to be killed, and I'm saying no, we are tired of this death. So what exactly, can you give us the details? Why is this death notice served on TBN Namibia?
The death notice comes from the satellite company that hosts our signal. And they have issued a notice to say that we need to switch off our signal because we have not been able to pay our bill.
Wait, pay your bills? I thought you were getting everything free from America, and you just help play it out from Namibia. Were there costs involved to keep this thing going? That I thought it was from America. Can you tell us what exactly were you owing them, and how come you're owing them when we thought this is being paid from America?
No, it's not being paid from America at all. We receive no funds from America whatsoever. We receive content, that we receive programs for free. We do not have to pay America for the programs that we are airing. But for us to get the TBN Namibia signal across Namibia to the other towns where they are watching us, and even here in Windhoek, for people to be able to watch our signal, we had to negotiate a contract with a satellite company, because the only way we could do it was from the Windhoek studio. We send our signal up to the satellite, and then at the satellite it then beams over 43 nations in Africa. But at every town we have a receiver that receives that signal, and then at the town we have an additional transmitter to transmit it so that people can pick it up with their antenna. So the different costs that are involved in getting, we know that the message of the gospel is free, but the means that it's traveling takes a lot of money, and especially when it comes to television, because the satellite fees, just to be on satellite, depending on the rate of exchange, it can be more than 100,000 a month. A month, just to have the space that we can use on the satellite to get the signal across the nation. Then besides that, another 100,000 a month almost goes for, in every town where there's an antenna, we have to rent the space. Now, that varies. Depends on where there's a tower in the town where we can put an antenna on so that that signal can go out. At some towns, like in Swakop and Walvis Bay, we're renting from Telecom. And that's the reason why Swakop and Walvis Bay has been off the air now for 3 weeks, because we have not been able to pay that bill either. Then we rent from NBC, from there's various people wherever there are towers that we can put the signal on. So those costs also come to an additional around 100,000 a month. So,
okay. So Edna, can I just come in there? Is it something like MTC that even for MTC to be able to, you know, keep serving us as a nation, they need to have towers in every place? And for example, if you have a farm or you have a compound and they want to put up their tower just for the use of that space, they have to rent your space.
Exactly.
So is that the kind of thing you are doing?
That's right.
Because all along, even though, you know, I'm supposed to be more knowledgeable than I'm going to sound now, but I have always thought that because you're a Christian TV station that serves everybody, I thought everywhere you go, people just allow you space because you're Christians and you don't have to pay nothing.
No.
I'm surprised to hear that all these things are costing money. But did people really know this?
Well, we have, from time to time when we send out, shall I say, in the beginning days of our ministry, we used to send out letters often, newsletter, especially to the partners that have contributed. And we would sometimes send them gifts. But over a period of time, and the partners grew, and it was covering the costs, because it's every person's $50 or $100 or $1,000. It's the various incomes and their various giving has contributed so that we can pay these bills. But over a period of time, when it slowly started to go down. And in that period of time, it became so that it became too costly to send out. You know, every time that we wanted to send out to the people on our address list information, it would cost us between 30 and 40,000 just postage, without the content that goes inside. And you know, that 30 or 40,000 can pay for a few towers in a month. You understand? So we had to decide, how are we going to allocate the monies coming in? Where would it be more important, in a postage or to keep the signal on in some area? Yeah. And so from time to time we've written to our partners, but that means every single viewer that's out there will not necessarily have this kind of information.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Okay, let me just come in again. Now, it was a notice, you said you've been given a notice.
Yes.
Now, have you, when are you going to go off air, or has anything happened to change that situation?
Yes.
And where are we at right now?
Right now. What took place is, this is now Friday, the
13th.
The 13th in 2013.
Yeah, it's true. Eh?
Goodness me. And the joy of the Lord is our strength on a day like this. The notice has arrived from DHL.
Okay.
And when it arrived, I am, strictly speaking, I'm supposed to go and switch off our sending the signal up there. That is what I have to do. Otherwise, the legal consequences are much higher.
Okay.
So what I did was, I wrote the people in Intelsat, who is our service provider there. I said to them, I have received your notice, and we will switch it off tonight at 10 o'clock in order to give viewers an understanding, because we've made a message that we're going to be playing for our viewers, that they can understand what is happening. And we trust, because we are behind, the time difference between us and America is quite great. So when it's 6 o'clock our evening, it's the time that they start working. And when they respond to us, if they are happy with that, then 10 o'clock tonight we'll switch off. If they're not happy with it and they say we must switch off immediately, then we will have to switch off immediately.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. And now, let's just back off a little bit. Just, should there be, first of all, let me ask a straight question. Is it possible to turn around things at this point, or it's a preparation for a burial? Because it's a death notice, so I need to know, can there be some resurrection possible?
If it depends on me, in my human strength, I've done everything I can. I can't do more. But the God I serve is the God of the impossible, and I believe in Him. There is always with Him a window of opportunity, a way to turn things around, and my trust is in my God.
Okay. Now, you see, so many times people, when they hear a need that sounds overwhelming.
Yes.
Like, when you say you owe, currently you're behind, and why they're switching it off is because are you owing things like an amount like 10,000 Namibian dollars, or what kind of amount are we looking at? Because to somebody, they don't really understand what you're talking about. Okay. So what are we looking at? What kind of amount are we believing God to turn around the situation?
Okay. The moment we switch off, in order for those people to immediately put us back on, we need to put $1.5 million down. 1.5
million?
Yes.
Is that, are we talking in US dollars or Namibian dollars?
Namibian dollars.
Okay, that sounds doable.
Yes.
That actually, I'm surprised to hear that TBN Namibia is being served a death notice just for 1.5 million. And we are close to 2.3 million citizens.
If each one gives $1,
everybody just gives $1.
It's gone.
We are back on air. We've changed to put some more satellites. So I think it may be a blessing in disguise that people just thought this thing was happening without them being a part of it. And this is a wake-up call to us as Namibians and as people that are living in this nation, that it's going to be a shame to say a station that is being a blessing. And I hear about thousands. I have some of our church members that came in there because they watched some of your programs, and that's how they came. I mean, people that were drunkards, thieves and armed robbers, and womanizers, and today they are faithful citizens.
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
You can.
Just what you said there, when we started as a station, churches and pastors were very concerned with us because they felt that we would take away their people coming to them. And we have been, over these years, trying to make them understand we are the tool for that specific pastor and church to serve them, to help them to get more people. Because as you said, people have come in. As people come to us and they accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior across the country, we need churches across the country to send them to.
That's it. So now I have benefited from that, and truly you are actually doing our job for us, because I can only reach a certain number of people, a few hundred, that come to church on Sunday. But there are many people out there may never reach. But through TBN, and today the whole world is reduced to the TV screen. People spend more time watching the television than they would spend going to church or doing any other thing. So you actually have taken off our job. It should have been a thing that every church should have devoted money to save the situation. Or the members of our churches, God uses you to touch the people, then they come to our churches, then they put in the tithes and the offering, then they leave you to pay the bills. And that's why I felt it to be important for the nation to know the true situation. Why did it get to this point? But I want to ask you another question.